Hello, welcome back to Paragon Ridge Ranch. Today on My Gluten-Free Husband, we are going to make red beans and rice because red beans and rice ain't miss up. I'm just kidding. So I've never made this before, but my friend Casey over at Boots and Bounty Homestead made this. We talked a little bit today and she explained it to me. I watched her video and I said, I've been wanting to make that. I'm gonna make it tonight. And she's like, go for it. So I have most all the ingredients. I did have to go and get the rice. So let's go over the ingredient list real quick before we start cooking this. And I might add that it is going to be done in the Instapot. So I found a recipe online that's very similar to Casey's, but I'm gonna do it my way with what I have here in the house or that I've just recently gotten at Dollar General. So here is the list. Pound of dry beans, red or kidney beans. I'm actually going to be using some canned dark red kidney beans, black beans, and some light red kidney beans. You're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. You're going to need a 14-ounce package of any kind of smoked sausage, or you could use kibasi. You're gonna need 1 medium-sized yellow onion. The recipes call for green bell pepper and some celery ribs, but I don't have a pepper and we're not big on celery, so I'm not gonna do that. 4 cloves of garlic, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. I'm gonna leave that out and I'm gonna actually substitute it for cayenne pepper. A teaspoon of dried oregano leaves, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 of freshly cracked black pepper, 6 cups of chicken broth. You can add parsley or green onions at the end just for garnish, and a little bit of salt for taste. That is for the red bean mixture with the sausage, but rice is rice, we all know. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up my onion. So do you see this onion? Yes, I love onions and I buy them I sometimes buy too much and I don't use them all as quickly as I think, so this is what happens. But it's okay, it's still gonna be just fine. So let's get this cut up. Now it's time to plug in the Instapot and turn it to saute. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. I've got the onions and the oil inside the Instapot, so the next thing is cutting up the sausage. Now it's time to get all the sausage into the Instapot. Let's take this seasoning concoction over here. Take this concoction and put it in here with the sauteing meat and onions. I think I'm gonna tweak the recipe. I'm gonna do 4 cups of chicken broth because I was thinking that 6 cups would be a lot and I don't have dry beans like others do. So there's 4 cups, so what we're gonna do is 4 heaping teaspoons of bouillon, 1 teaspoon for every cup. So that's 4. Mix it up really, really good. Now we we need to make the rice. So let's get out a big pot and get the dry rice measured out and the water measured out and put it on the stove. The regular dry rice is 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. That's always the ratio. I'm gonna make 8 cups of rice because I need some left over for another video that I'm gonna be doing. The next thing to do over here with the actual red beans and rice is add the beans. That's fun. So I just rinsed all these beans. There is light red kidney beans, regular kidney beans, which are the dark reds, and then black beans. So we're gonna try this out with this new recipe because it's all I had. Smells really good. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the top. We're gonna set it. We're gonna turn it on. Make sure that you have your steam release valve closed. I'm gonna come over here and we are going to do it under soup and stew, which is number 2. 1, 2. And I'm gonna do time cook. And I'm gonna turn it down to like 20 minutes. There we go, and I'm gonna hit start. So everything so far that I've made has been gluten-free. The beans, the rice, all the garlic, the onion, the Cajun seasoning, the Old Bay, the sausage, the onion, the chicken broth, it's all gluten-free. So one thing that happened this week is I did buy this last time I went to Walmart. And I'm not saying anything good or bad about Zatarain's, but I was thinking if it's just like a tomato base and you put your own sausage and it comes with rice, sounds gluten-free, no wheat. So I just took it off the shelf and brought it home, and I don't know if you can see that. It's got wheat. So it must be in the seasonings or something like that, because this looks so good, but it doesn't look like I'm ever gonna get to try it because it'd be pointless to make this much and be the only person eating it. So when I saw Casey post her video about red beans and rice, and I thought, oh my goodness, I was gonna make that this week. I need to talk to her and understand the recipe, how I can convert it or make it any different if it did have gluten products in it, which it doesn't. So here we are now making it for Jeremy. I just came in from feeding the goats and I'm pretty sure the rice is done, so let's check it out. Oh yeah, it looks good. It has actually been on for 26 minutes. Oh yeah, it looks really, really good. It is time. It is done. It's on OH, so let's see real quick. Awesome. It looks really, really good. So this looks pretty, it looks pretty watery, and that was with the 4 cups. So I'm so glad that I didn't do the 5 cups. But what I'm thinking, it smells so good that I'm thinking that that juice is just gonna be helpful because it's gonna go on top of a bed of rice and it's gonna absorb it and it's gonna taste so good. So let's get this plated up for Jeremy. Now we're gonna add the red beans mixture to the top of the rice. And I'm using my ladle that got burnt when I made that lavash. So I wanna make sure I get plenty of this juice. Kind of overdid it on his, so let's get some of that juice. This smells so good, you guys. I've never ever made this before. I think he's gonna like it. What do you think? Looks good. How was your basketball game? Good. Did you win? Mm-hmm. You did? You won? Yes. Let me wash your hands. You need to wash your hands. Hi, Bella. Let's game. Hi.
Looks good.
It is good.
With some beans and what is that?
Red
Sausage?
beans and rice and mist up. That's what it is. I know you don't love sausage, but it calls for sausage.
Ooh, hot.
Yeah. So I put lots of extra juice to absorb in the rice, so you might want to just like leave it and let it sit for a little bit in its own filth if it's too hot.
It's good.
How's the taste? It's good?
Yeah.
One to 10 good.
Probably 8. Right.
8s are good. You always give me 8s. 8s are really good.
I gave you 10 the other
I
day.
know. Oh, I think it was 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you want me to make this again?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, there you have it, folks. He gave me a solid 8, like he always gives me, but I did get a 10 the other day. You're right, I got a 10. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've already subscribed. If not, go down and hit the little subscribe button and hit our dingle bell so you are alerted every single time that we upload new content. And I thank you so much for joining us with my gluten-free husband's playlist. Have a good night. Bye-bye.